All right, so elementary principles of composition. Make the paragraph the unit of composition, one paragraph to each topic. We talk about this a lot, and I'm trying to go over this very thoroughly and judiciously in these videos, um, just so I could really, make it stick. And that is just knowing that a single paragraph is the most helpful designation to break up events. Um, if you're going to treat something very briefly, you don't have to subdivide it into topics. For example, and it says a brief description, a brief summary of a literary work, a brief account of a single incident, a narrative, merely outlining an action, the setting forth of a single idea. Any one of these is best written in a single paragraph. After the paragraph has been written, examine it to see whether subdivision will not improve it. Again, writing is rewriting, and this is certainly a great primer for the essay writer. Uh, Ordinarily, however, a subject requires subdivision into topics, each of which should be made the subject of a paragraph. The object of treating each topic in a paragraph by itself is, of course, to aid the reader. The beginning of each paragraph is to signal to him that a new step in the development of the subject has been reached. The extent of subdivision will vary with the length of the composition. For example, a short notice of a book or poem might consist of a single paragraph. One slightly longer might consist of two paragraphs. A. Account of the work. B. Critical discussion. A report on a poem written for a class in literature might consist of 7 paragraphs. Facts of composition and publication, kind of poem, metrical form, subject, treatment of subject, for what chiefly remarkable, wherein characteristic of the writer, relationship to other works, etc. We definitely write, on this channel. We're definitely going to have, I definitely want to have a lot of references to a lot of thorough essays written from scratch. So hopefully we'll see a lot of examples of where, what a paragraph looks like, what a good paragraph looks like, what a bad paragraph looks like that needs to be edited, etc. A novel might be discussed under the heads setting, plot, character's purpose. An historical event might be discussed under the heads what led up to the event, account of the event, and what the event led up to. So in progression, right? In sequence. So A, then B follows, then C follows. As a rule, single sentences should not be written or printed as paragraphs. That is true. An exception may be made of sentences of transition, indicating the relation between the parts of an exposition or argument. Frequent exceptions are also necessary in textbooks, guidebooks, and other works in which many topics are treated briefly. Yes. And then also with regards to sort of less formal writing, I find this is a lot more common with humorous writing when you're doing it for punch. Also, some nonfiction as well, like coffee table books, maybe even the self-help realm. You might see that, one sentence. Or also, obviously emails, or even articles that are about pop culture. Depending on the venue, obviously more informal styles, are more common. But normally, when you're talking about academic writing or really, sort of like middle brow and highbrow writing, single sentences almost always should not be written or printed as paragraphs. In dialogue, each speech, even if only a single word, is a paragraph by itself. That is, a new paragraph begins with each change of speaker. The application of this rule in dialogue and narrative combined is best learned from examples in well-printed works of fiction. My favorite word is phrase is the classics of literature. Yeah, I love getting my cue from those classics. Depending on how old you are, the Newbery Award. Check out those embossed books, the libraries. The Newbery Award winners, the Caldecott Award winners. They're very, very good for young readers. But anything that the local librarians considers a classic is definitely a classic for a reason. So you'll learn a lot about how to write paragraphs, and how to and then dialogue, etc. So, anyways, this was our first section of the elementary principles of composition in William Strunk's The Elements of Style, the classic tome of academic writing. Thank you very much.